傘使う
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to Paws On Animation and our Paws On Manga podcast.
Today we're covering the recent new manga series, The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes, Ultramarine. Yes, that's the entire title.
And this is one that is actually a new manga we found at our local library, and it's adapted from a light novel by the same name. And this particular story centers around one of Japan's urban legends, the Hashimira Tunnel, where it's a tunnel that grants you a wish but comes with a grave price.
Yes. Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and one of the past videos.
Absolutely. So quickly, I'll read the back. It's the romance and sci-fi combination. Kaoru heard a rumor. The laws of space and time mean nothing to the Hashimira Tunnel. If you find it, walk through, and your heart's desire will be on the other side in exchange for years of your own life. The new transfer student Anzu promises to help Kaoru experiment with the mysterious tunnel, but what does she want from Kaoru in exchange? And what will he have left to give after the tunnel's done with him? So, I just saw this on the shelves, and the covers are absolutely beautiful. They're just beautiful. They look like watercolors.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what caught my eye. They had 3 volumes at the same time, so I snatched them, and we gave them a try. And I read the first volume first and told you gotta read it.
Right. And this is definitely something different for us to read because, well, we've read lots of different genres, combinations, spoofs, and satires and things. And this one is one of those sort of slice of life type mangas, but with a hint of supernatural going on in it. And the tunnel is the supernatural thing happening in this entire series. And the fact that it is actually based off a legend adds more to it because it's one of those events where you know it's most likely not real, but how would you see it going through if it was? Like, what would be a person's interaction with it, or what would you do if this tunnel was real and you would want a wish from it?
Yes. So, Rascal said is originally based on a light novel that came out in 2019. The manga itself that we're reading is only 4 volumes.
Right.
So we only have 1 to go, and we've completely finished it. So it's seinen, and was written by Mei Hakimoko. And there's an anime film that's out as well, 83 minutes, that was released September of last year.
Oh, so this is recent too. Okay.
So I definitely would love to see the anime movie based on reading this. So now we've read 3 volumes. That means the 4th one's going to be a doozy.
Right.
And you can see that it's coming. It starts off kind of like a slice of life anime or a slice of life manga, where you just get a little backstory on the characters. Not a lot, just enough to pique your interest. As I said, she's a transfer student. And at first you think she's a tsundere possibly because she's really tough. She acts kind of like Tiger to me.
Yeah.
From Toradora. And
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Kaoru somehow gets mixed up with her. We won't spoil that for you. And she ends up following him when he goes to the tunnel after he hears about the lore.
Right.
And he's curious about, will it work for something that he really wants?
Right.
In bringing something back. And she follows him. And that's when the story really gets started. At first, it's just more about what's happening in their school.
Right.
But once she falls into the tunnel, then that real story begins.
Right. And the way it's set up here is that they compare it to the Western urban legend of a monkey's paw. Now, there's no proof of what happens in there yet, so I think by the final volume, you're going to find out how this tunnel truly works, and I don't know if it's going to be tragic or not. We won't know until we read it. And the way they have it is that the way the legend goes is that you ask for something in the tunnel, your greatest desires, it gives you it, but it takes away years of the person's life. It can end up taking away decades to where they're elderly, and then fortunately they don't live too long to enjoy what they've received. So it's sort of like a double-edged sword with it.
And why that is because depending on the amount of time you spend in the tunnel in real time, you advance forward in time.
Right.
And he and Kaoru and Anzu spend time trying to figure out what the ratio is from
Right.
real time to future time.
Right.
And they find out you don't have to spend much time in there for it to go fast forward.
Right. They've had a point where someone's in there for 1 hour and 3 days had passed and they thought somebody had gone missing. So it's actually a little scary it going in there, you being there for just a second, and then hours or days have passed, and it felt like nothing. So that adds a bit of eeriness to it, like you were reading something from the Twilight Zone.
Yes, definitely. Now this is Sentai Films work for the anime film, and for the manga itself, it is Seven Seas Entertainment. I've seen them on some books, so this is one of their releases. And the last volume, number 4, was actually released in June of this year.
Right, so it just recently ended.
Right, and that they're recently translated for us to read. And we can tell you, even with only 4 volumes, this is a powerful read. Just with the 3 we read, I'm hooked. And I was looking forward to a long, glorious, enjoyable read. Now I know there's only 1 volume left.
Right.
Gotta get it and finish it. It's a short read, but it's really well written. It's powerful. It's succinct. It's being written in a manner where you don't feel like you're being cheated. Even having read 3 books and knowing there's 1 more left, I expect there to be a whole lot in this book. The same way the first 3 volumes have it, and it's done cohesively. You don't feel like you're missing anything. You don't feel like there are plot holes. You're not being told something, because as the story unfolds in a slice of life manner, you're getting everything you want to know.
Right.
And you find out about the characters' personalities, the other friends that are involved with them in it, and again, it's just a really well written manga.
Right, definitely. For something so short, it leaves an impact. And I guess that's why they turned it into a movie, because it's really easy to do it into a movie format and just make it close to 2 hours long, because you'll get your whole story in just one go. There's no need to break it down into several episodes and stretch it out, and no need to add in something unnecessary, because the story is just fine as it is.
Definitely. Now, the book itself was received very well. It actually got, the film adaptation won the Paul Grimwald Award at the 2023 Annecy International Animation Film Festival.
Okay.
So the film's got to be really good. I'm excited to see it. Just so you know, the film is subbed. There's no dub.
Right, period.
Right. So
you have to read it.
Definitely. And by reading it, if they leave anything out, you won't feel like you're missing anything. But I think in 83 minutes, the full 4 volumes can be conveyed in the movie.
Right.
And I expect it to be just as fantastic as the manga is. And I think I would like to read the light novel too. The light novel, I don't know how many volumes it is.
It might just be 1 book, 1 or 2 books, considering this is short.
And there's a picture we showed during this of the cover itself. So this is actually signed, so it's a male demographic.
Right. And that's a little surprising, because, usually they have male characters be leads in a lot of this stuff anyway, but you're kind of surprised the type of things that they have targeted towards male demographic. Like we were surprised for Toradora. And ironically, you had mentioned one of the characters being like her, because the ones who do the Toradora manga is Seven Seas Entertainment as well. So maybe one of the people who drew that manga also did this as well.
I mean, that's why she seems so much like Tiger.
Right.
Very good point. So, illustrated by Kudan and published by Shokakugan in Japan. As we said, Seven Seas Entertainment here. This is definitely a manga you should check out. It's a quick read. Get all 4 volumes if you can from your library. Not sure if it's available on Amazon to purchase, because we haven't checked. But this is something that if I can find a deal on it for all 4, I would definitely own it and reread it. It's really an absolutely fantastic read.
Right.
So if you've heard of or read The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes, Ultramarine, let us know in the comments below. Did you enjoy it? Have you finished all of the volumes? Have you seen the anime movie? Let us know. We really are interested to find out. If not, Again, go to your local library, get all 4 copies. You'll finish reading it quickly, and you'll thank us. Come back and let us know what you think.
Right, and if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, animated shows, and all things animation, and manga.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment.
And our Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.